1996, China's GDP was $703. They have moved up. In 20 years, they've moved up significantly larger due to their GDP increasing. Every year, their GDP gets bigger with their huge inflation rate. Not inflation rate.
Yeah, you do have a huge inflation rate.
Not inflation rate. A GDP adjust real growth rate of 6.9% last year is only going to keep bringing that number up farther and farther. And America's GDP per capita just moved up for the first time in like 2 or 3 years.
So you're slowly coming
No, we're moving a lot.
close to half of our GDP per capita?
The point is they're getting bigger every year and they're not slowing down. And they will overtake America on GDP per capita.
Hundreds of years?
They moved up almost 13,000 in 20 years.
Besides,
And
your okay, so America controls, just based on GDP, 17%, and China controls 15% of the global market. Your inflation rate keeps you at that 15%, huge massive inflation rate. If you take out that and you do GDP, PPP, it was like parties per something. It was 22% American of the global market, and China only makes up 10%.
are you talking about the money system being undervalued?
Yeah.
So what you're talking about?
Inflation.
Okay, well, China cannot inflate the yen too far because, first of all, it's pegged with the dollar, so it has to stay within a few percent of the dollar. Secondly, if they undervalue or devalue the yen, they can't do that because first, it would hurt their own company, their producers, by being able to buy imports because they buy such 95% of their what they make is imported to the country they make and then they ship it out. So they undervalue the yen. It would cost the producer more money to buy the raw materials and produce it, and then they would be making a fair amount back. So all this inflation and the devalue of the yen is false because it would crush the economy if they were doing that.
Was it false?
Because if they did that, they wouldn't be making money, and it would crush their economy. And it's pegged to the dollar, so it can't move too far out of rate with the dollar.
It's still out of rate with the dollar.
It's almost exactly on, otherwise it would destroy the system.
Besides, America is a lot more efficient working because the United States has 293,000 kilometers of railway compared to China's 191,000. And if you want to throw airports in there, we have 13,000 airports, we have 500 airports. We can ship goods across our country, which is almost as big as yours. Way quicker.
Okay, so infrastructure. Transportation infrastructure. Okay, China has the number one, they have the number one waterway system in the world. 110,000 kilometers of waterways. And compared to America's 41,000, and they're at 5 in the world. The cheapest way to move goods and most amount is by water. And China clearly has that down with their ability to move all their goods throughout their country and ship them out. So way cheaper than flying them.
And the quickest way to move goods is to fly them, which is
More expensive, way more expensive, and less efficient.
Then why would there be flying? It wasn't efficient.
It's just more expensive.
If consumers want their products, if you sit and put them on a fisherman's boat and push them down the river, it's going to take a long time to get there.
We're talking about huge companies shipping products across the ocean. You're not going to fly all those.
So you're basically saying
Trillions
China's
of
better
dollars.
than us because you have more rivers.
You're saying America's better because you have more airports?
Yeah, airports is something that we've constructed and produced.
There are waterways.
We have 200 million kilometers more roadway than you.
American Society of Civil Engineers gave America's infrastructure a D rating, with 32% of the roads in America in need of major repairs. That is crushing their ability to transport goods.
So 2 million more. So what's the road's a little bumpy?
Okay.
So then if the roads are bad, okay, railways still beat you by a ton. By 100,000 kilometers.
How many kilometers again?
293,564.
We still have the second in the world, and we have waterways to make up for all of that, which is still more efficient than railways.
They take forever. How are they more efficient?
You ship larger goods cheaper. That's why we keep prices low to compete with these other countries, and how
Keep
you're
prices
losing
low
jobs.
because you don't pay your people anything.
Okay, we already covered our percent of poverty rate and how America is at 50%.
Poverty rate we created.
Poverty rate. Anyway, China spent 33 trillion on their built environment, so like roadways, infrastructure, bridges, since 2000. That is more than all the other countries combined. They're making huge increases in infrastructure to put in more roadways, airports, and 40% of the GDP is spent on infrastructure as well.
You talk about how China's growing in pretty much everything.
They are growing everything.
Okay. We are the best right now, though. Is that not what the question was?
We overtook you in 2014 for the best.
In what? GDP?
In economy,
By
which
barely
means your economy is everything. Is your ability to pay for roadways, is your ability to feed your people, is everything. Without a strong economy, you don't have money to spend on roads. You don't have money to feed your people. You don't have money for education or the military.
We're feeding people.
And
We
if
can
it-
feed more than enough people in our country.
I'm saying for everything.
You're telling me that there's more people starving in America than there is in China. You truly believe that?
And we have 1.3 billion people, probably not, but our rate, percentage-wise, is better, according to the CIA.
Okay.
How about if we take a break?
Sounds good.
Stand up.
All right,
move
this
around.